Okay, this is going to be a CD Projekt Red news video, and I'm just going to read through this article, which came out today. And it's on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and it's a new DLC that's coming out. So it's called Songs of the Past announced. The DLC is called Songs of the Past, and yeah, this should be a quick little article I'm going to read through. There's some artwork here, so it looks like a new monster. In this one you play as Geralt too, which is really cool. So you still play as Geralt, which is really nice. And yeah, just looks really cool. So I'm not sure if this is going to be added to like the complete edition. Like I own the complete edition. I don't know if like it'll be like this DLC will be free if people own that edition. Or you have to like buy the DLC. I'm not sure. But I think it'll probably work like normal CDPR stuff where you can just kind of like you don't have to replay the game. You can just play the DLC. And then yeah, you could just I mean, I'm interested in playing this. So it's not coming out till 2027, but it's probably not coming out for like a bit, probably a year or so. But I wouldn't mind paying some money for this. Witcher 3 is a really amazing game, and the DLCs are good, so really cool to have a new DLC. But yeah, this is well, I'm assuming when this comes out, like it'll probably just work, the way the Witcher, the way the Cyberpunk games work. You just like Witcher 3 Cyberpunk. You just kind of you can just play the DLCs. So if you have to buy these again, like I said, I don't know if that's going to be added to, just I don't know, it should be added to like people that like the complete edition, or like if you have to pay more money, I'm not sure. Maybe there'll be a discount or something. But I like I said, I'd be interested in playing this, and I wouldn't mind spending some money on playing this DLC. I'm not going to play it right away when it comes out, but still have to wait for some more information on it. But um, yeah, I wouldn't mind playing this in the future. I'll wait for some reviews, and then I can play this. And yeah, if I play this DLC, um, when I play this DLC, I can make some videos on it. But yeah, just I talk about that quickly, and then here's some artwork. But yeah, so CD Projekt Red today announced that a third-person expansion to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, one of the most critically acclaimed and best-selling role-playing games of all time, is coming next year. Songs of the Past is a third expansion coming to The Witcher 3. It will launch in 2027 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. CD Projekt Red is co-developing Songs of the Past with Fool's Theory. So two studios working on it, which is nice. Songs of the Past will return players to the role of legendary monster slayer Geralt of Rivia for a brand new adventure when it launches in 2027 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. CD Projekt Red is co-developing the expansion with Fool's Theory, a team comprising industry veterans who worked on The Witcher 3. More details on Songs of the Past will be released in late summer 2026. So there'll be more news articles, which is nice. Um, and then, yeah, The Witcher 3 has sold more than 60 million copies since its release in 2015 and is the winner of more than 250 Game of the Year awards and 1,000 industry awards. It let it lets players explore a dark fantasy open world as Witcher Geralt of Rivia. I mean, let me just reread that. So, it lets players explore a dark fantasy open world as Witcher Geralt of Rivia as he takes on the most important contract of his life, saving his daughter Ciri. Um, so yeah, more information about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt can be found on its official website as well as Facebook, Blue Sky, and X. And yeah, that's it for the article. So pretty cool. They're making this DLC just because like it's going to take a while to make The Witcher 4. So they're going to make this DLC, and then you play as Geralt, and then you'll play the DLC, and then you'll like I said, you'll help save Ciri. And I was reading in some other, I watched some YouTube videos, read some other posts. Um, but it's gonna go to like a new area that's like not in the Witcher 3 yet. So it's gonna be like I don't know if it's gonna be like added into the map of what's already in the game or just like a new kind of a fast travel area. Like once you start doing the quest, like kind of the way like kind of Blood and Wine kind of worked. So, but they want to have like a new area with it, and yeah, it'll just be probably like new equipment, new levels, new characters, new monsters, new voice actors, side quests, everything, dialogue, voice acting, all that stuff, and then you just kind of have to go, and I guess like it's set up here, yes, you'd have to go and save Siri. So I think that's kind of cool. And then like you play this DLC, and then then from there you can just kind of wait till The Witcher 4 is released, and then you can go and play The Witcher 4. So I think this is a really cool idea. There's been a lot of news about this before, but this is the first time that like CD Projekt Red has announced this. But that's really cool. That they're going to be making DLC, and then you could play that and then play The Witcher 4, which is pretty cool, I think. So, um, and Witcher 3 is like one of the best selling games of all time. It's a really, really amazing game. So, a lot of people are excited for this and they're going to play it, and that's really cool. So yeah, that's kind of, that's about it for this article. So yeah, I'll make some other, CD Project Red, like I'll still like cover the news and stuff for them. Um, but it just kind of depends on, like when I do my news videos for any company I do the news for, or like I cover the news that they post. I don't work for those companies, but it just kind of depends when they post. But I'll still make my news videos and stuff. But CD Project Red, like they don't post that much news that often. I look through some of their news sites, and over the years they have a lot of news posted, but they don't really post a lot of news that often. So I'll still do the news videos when I find some interesting articles and upload them to YouTube. But um, some of the other some other companies kind of have more news posts, but CG Project Red's kind of a company that doesn't post that often. So, but if I ever find any older articles, I could talk about them and that they're interesting. CD Project Red, like you on their website, like it talks about how a lot of other companies do this. They want to have like people make news and everything about them. So that's why I'm making this news video, because CD Projekt Red has like an actual news website, which is really nice, and they want the community to make news, and creates content like with their the stuff that they make. So that's really cool. But yeah, I'll make some more of these news videos in the future. But yeah, this was a cool article to read through. So I'll make some more Witcher 3 news videos in the future as they come out on this DLC. So and even if it's like cyberpunk news and stuff, I can still talk about that too. So that's really cool. Or new games I'm working on too. Or and if I'm playing those games, I can make videos on those games. So that's really cool. So yeah, that's it for the article. I just read through the article, and yeah, this was a cool article, and a cool news article for another Witcher 3 DLC coming out in about a year or so. That's really cool. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video. So yeah, that's all I got to talk about in this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.